All right, B. So, I mean, during school, I know you had any issues. What other issues came about?
Man, one of the biggest issues I had was my job found out I was going to school and I wasn't getting my 10-hour break, because as a truck driver, you're supposed to have a 10-hour break between your shift, right? But because I was in school, I really wasn't sleeping. Well, the manager knew that I had came from New Orleans and how much money we was making in New Orleans and stuff like that. And he had came to me, he said, Brandon, man, I've been thinking about something, and a rare opportunity came available. I was like, well, what you got? He said, New Orleans wants you back. And now you have an opportunity to go back to New Orleans, right? So that's $120,000 a year. Remember I told you I was broke, So everything in me was like, okay. But then I started thinking about all them nights and all them days I had slept in that car and all the sacrifices I had made. And if I skip school now, I ain't no better off than I was before. And it was
They can cut your job again.
They cut my job again, right? So I called Chef Colt from the school. Me and Chef Colt talked on the phone, man, probably about 2 hours. And at the end of it, Chef Colt said, man, but that's a lot of money, Chef. No, Chef Colt used to call me Cooking with B. He said, man, that's a lot of money cooking with B. He say, the school will always be here. So if you want to try to go make the money, I understand. And I told Chef Colt, I said, yeah, but if I quit now, I ain't no better off. I say, what if they lay me off again? He said, well, looks like you got a decision, my friend. So, I talked to the manager, Danny, and I heard he passed away. Rest in peace, Danny. I got on the phone with Danny the next day, and I said, well, Danny, can I have a few days to think about it? Because I was going to be off for a few days because it was coming up to my birthday, right? February the 4th. So I want to say he called me like the 3rd, right? I was set to go back to work February the 8th or the 7th or something like that. So when I went back to work, he said, man, did you think about it? I was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I just been kind of playing it together. I said, give me one more day, right? February the 8th is the one more day. So he called me early that morning. I was in school, couldn't answer, but I called him back on lunch. And he said, well, we need a decision, what you gonna do, whether you gonna stay here or go back to New Orleans. Everything in me said yes, but no came out. And
so wait a minute. Your mind, your mouth.
Everything in me was about to say yes. And I formed my mouth to say yes. And I still don't know how the words no came out of. I was like, no. Like the no came out of me saying yes. You know what I'm saying? And when
a spiritual moment.
And when the no came out, it was like, what did you just do? Right?
Turned down $120,000.
Turned down $120,000. Asked me how much money I had in the bank.
What you had in the bank?
Probably a negative something.
One of those.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, it don't matter. It's still less than zero. Probably a negative something. And but I said no. And I made a post on Facebook, like later on that day. And because I had a long conversation with God, because I didn't talk to nobody about this, because I'm dating Tori at the time, the flood had happened by this time, so I had people living with me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm making this kind of decision, and all of these people will be affected by this one decision I made, and that was the longest ride home, bro. And now what people don't know is at this time, I didn't even have any catering equipment. I was just cooking food. But the catering part I wasn't really doing. People didn't know that. They didn't realize it because of how much food I was cooking, right? So I said, God, you know, all that stuff that I had read, you know, I think we need to figure out if this real or not.
That's the perfect time.
Yeah, you know, because I remember, you know, I had to hit a Martin Luther King moment. Somewhere I read about faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. God, I don't see how this gonna work. that man, look. I don't think I had that much at that time, bro. And I put a post on Facebook, and a lady called me out of Jackson, Louisiana, asked me to do her mama's party.